Welcome to Cowboy Boys Podcast, episode 226. Shayne is sipping his sips.
Yep, a little ASMR action for all y'all out there.
You didn't sip it loud enough.
Well, maybe. You don't know.
I do know. I didn't even. I'm still need to turn up your levels because you were not talking.
I was. What do you mean?
No, you
Why is
didn't.
it not set? Why is it change?
That is a great question because we don't use that. We only use it 50% of the time.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want a podcast today, if I'm being honest with you.
Oh, yeah? Tell me about it. What's going on that you don't want a podcast?
Tell you about it, or are you like saying, tell me about it? Like,
You tell me about why you don't want a podcast.
oh, I just woke up and I'm like, ugh.
Oh, yeah, dude. I don't want a podcast either today at all.
But that's what happens when it's your job.
Yeah, it sucks.
Dude, podcasting was so fun when I was making no money from it. Why is everything fun when you're not getting paid?
Because you want to do it.
I bet, dude, I feel so bad for every OnlyFans woman, every whore, every prostitute. Because they're taking the funnest thing and then they make it their job. And I bet it's really fun for the first couple of months. But then you're like, oh, man.
Sex isn't the funnest thing. Masturbating isn't the funnest thing. Having sex with strangers isn't the funnest thing.
Imagine having to jack off. Stop diverting our podcast, and I'm gonna have to bleep over. I did.
You said whore.
That's not demonetizable. I did bleep a bunch of our last episode,
Did it work?
and they demonetized us. And then I had a human look at it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're fine."
Woo!
So we're back in the green, making
I'm not gonna swear once.
$1 or $2 per episode. If you're watching this on YouTube, hey, do us a favor. If you're listening to this anywhere else, go to your coworker's computer and put it on the podcast in the background. Mute it. You just bump up our views.
Yeah, if you are listening to this right now, go on Spotify when you sleep and then just turn the sound all the way down and play it while your phone is plugged in.
They fixed that.
Did they?
Spotify fixed that.
Put your headphones in, plug headphones into it so it plays with the sound, but you can't hear it, and just leave your phone on the desk.
I mean, yeah, do whatever.
Whatever it takes. I don't know. Yeah. Why? What did I say that's going to get us demonetized just now?
You said
I said that
you were talking about jacking off.
Oh, is that demonetizable?
I feel like
you think the word whore isn't, but
No.
the term jacking off
I was
is.
saying it in an endearing term. Jaying O is.
Jaying O is bad.
I'm gonna have to. The first 8 minutes of this is just gonna be bleeps on bleeps on bleeps.
My bad. Well, I'm not going to swear, but I guess I talked about jaying, so I'm not allowed to talk about the little factory.
What you were gonna say? What is the funnest thing?
It's not that. It's not anything
What's
they're
the
doing.
funnest thing to you?
I will say that I think the funnest thing for women probably is
That's
validation.
not what I asked.
So listen, but different things are fun for different people. In my
Why is
opinion,
that a woman thing? Everyone likes to be validated.
yeah, but they seem to like it way more. They also seem to like owing more than us.
What do you mean owing?
Big owing. You know? Am I allowed to say it?
My favorite anime? The Big
The Big
O!
O!
No one has seen The Big O.
Listen, they have them less than us.
That's crazy. Wait, I want to talk about anime.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's just do that. That's way better.
You're talking about
Hey,
lady.
speaking of things that are better than sex, let's talk about anime.
Yeah, has anyone seen The Big O, or is that just me? Am I the only person who
No, I
watched
saw it. I loved it when I was a kid. I always like how he slides forward to punch every time. Big, huge punches.
Because I don't like anime. I think it's just like everything else. 90% of it's garbage.
Yeah.
And so
I don't think you don't like anime. I think you don't like anything.
That's true.
You don't, because by that logic, you don't like movies. You don't like
like
music.
movies.
You like 10% of movies,
You know
maybe.
what? You're right. I do like anime.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. I think you like everything a little bit.
I think I just have a higher tolerant. What's the word? Tolerance.
Intolerance.
Intolerant.
You have a higher intolerance.
I'm intolerant to bad things. Standards. I'm picky in everything.
Yes.
Except for myself.
Yeah.
because I love me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know
So
what?
you've
have an extra cookie bag.
You've narrowed all the love down.
You've been gatekeeping extra hard today. You deserve an extra cookie.
Yeah. I think gatekeeping is good a lot of the time.
Speak on it.
I just think that people ruin things, for other people all the time. So it's like, oh, gatekeeping is bad. It's like gatekeeping one group is bad.
What do you mean?
So like specifically being like, I don't want, let's just say hypothetically, I don't want Irish people to play Warhammer. It'd be like, why? Why Irish people?
They're not good at it. They play they always play Tyranids.
Yeah, and so
is that the most hated army in Warhammer?
No.
What's the cheesiest everyone when a guy pulls out a army in Warhammer?
And someone goes,
everyone's like, oh, you're that.
It would be Tau. That would probably be Tau, the shooting army, the anime shooting army. Yeah, they're always good.
They're OP?
Yeah, just people don't like getting shot off the table before they can hack you with their chain swords or whatever.
I'm going to start playing the Tau.
Yeah, if you're good, they're very annoying because you like set up overlapping fields of fire and they're just hard to get close to because they're getting shot. They're like the British in the Victorian era.
What if we pivoted from comedy
easy for us
to anime and gaming?
Do we be rich
and even more competitive era of online content?
I think we'd probably make more money. I think we should stop everything we're doing and just start a Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
Isn't that the highest paid podcast?
Yeah, it's the 5 most highest paid shows in the world and Twitch streamers and YouTube channels are just playing D&D.
But we would need,
and they're unwatchable to me. I know lots of people who watch us like them because they suggest them to me, and they're so bad. I think the people who play them are boring.
Well, here's you and I can't be on that. You might be able to be a DM.
I would kill it as a DM. I've literally had an award-winning show.
No one wants to watch award-winning show.
Yeah, I won an award. I won the best show at Comic-Con.
At Comic-Con?
Yes, at Salt Lake City. No, it was not renamed yet. It was called Salt Lake City Comic-Con. Yes, and so I performed in front
local small,
and my D&D game played in front of 2,000 people, and I won Best in Show. Yes.
Guess what? My YouTube channel won an Emmy. A Max Bedroom Emmy.
I love how you're saying you can't dog on that award. That's a legit achievement.
It is, but it's not. When you say like, hey,
to have the best show at Comic-Con,
you can't say Comic-Con. It's Salt Lake City Comic-Con.
Whatever.
It's when you say Comic-Con, everyone thinks of the LA Comic-Con.
They think a Comic-Con. No nerds know nowadays. No. See, you're so out of nerd culture. You're like San Diego. There's like 100 Comic-Cons.
I know, but when you say Comic-Con,
it doesn't matter. Any Comic-Con, they're still attended by the same amount of people.
My podcast, the MacArthur Experience, was voted. Actually, it was a brand new award. It was the better than any podcast Shayne has ever done award at Comic-Con.
Really? It won an award in the Shayne's Bedroom Awards too for gayest podcast.
We also won that.
so I want to congratulate you on all the awards you're
way
winning.
More awarded than you.
Yeah, no, you're right. You did win an award.
You just need to put an asterisk on that.
Okay.
I'm happy you got it. And who were you competing with? 3 other.
I was
local
competing.
Nerds?
No, I was. What are you talking about? Like Captain America was there. The Punisher
America?
Was there. The Marvel one.
The Marvel
Chris
one
Evans.
From the Marvel one from the 70s.
No. Chris Evans
Shayne,
was there.
You're my favorite podcaster.
There was tons of people who did stuff there.
Was this back before Marvel popped off?
No, it was right when they were doing the best.
No.
What are you talking about? I love you're saying you're just a hater.
Yeah, I'm not a hater. I'm a back to earther.
No.
Like, all right,
no.
Look, I know you need to sell yourself. I know you're marketing.
What do you mean sell? I don't need to sell myself. I'm doing this for a living.
I know that's why you have to do it. We're all in marketing ourselves.
I'm not marketing myself. This is a legit accompliment by a person who has made a career doing shows for a living.
I know, and you should put you're like when a comedian is like a local comic on their flyer that they made in MS Paint was like as seen on Netflix. It's like You were never on Netflix. It was like, well, I opened for a Netflix comedian.
It's nothing like that.
But you know those comics.
I know, but it's nothing like that. I'm a professional comedian that got paid to do a show and won an award at a major event.
I'm saying it's like that.
It's nothing like that. I actually did all of those things and am a professional entertainer.
At Salt Lake City Comic Con. Just say the full Comic Con.
Yeah, Salt Lake City Comic Con.
Would you say some Comic Cons are more prestigious than other Comic Cons? Then the Cincinnati Comic Con
I'd say kind of, yeah. I guess New York and San Diego are like bigger because they have more people.
Interesting.
But they just have more people. That doesn't the quality of guests doesn't change.
They're not all owned by the same Comic-Con company, right?
No, none of them are. New York is not owned by the same guys who own San Diego.
Yeah, because Salt Lake City had to change. Salt Lake City called themselves Comic-Con and they got sued by the real Comic-Con.
Well, no, Salt Lake got sued because the guys who ran it claimed they were associated with San Diego. Not because they called it Comic-Con.
So there is a distinction.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
What does it have to do with anything? This is the most hater thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'm not being a hater.
You are.
I'm a truther.
You're not a truther. It doesn't demean the award in any way. That would be like saying I won an Emmy, and then you go, okay, but it wasn't an Oscar.
It was a daytime Emmy.
So
that is different from a normal Emmy.
Yeah, but saying you won an Emmy, a daytime Emmy, is still a huge accomplishment. There's no need to compare it to an Emmy.
I'm just saying, look, all awards are stupid. That's where I'm going to go.
If you're a fat loser who can't and never will win one, yes, they're stupid. That's what people who can't win awards say.
If I ever won an award, I would have a Native American woman accept it for me and then bum everyone out with her speech.
Yeah, that is a good move.
And
then what's his name will get really mad and try to fight her.
Oh, I don't know who tried to, but it's like, awards are so stupid.
No, awards are cool and good.
No, awards are all bad. It's all.
I think awards for rich and famous people are stupid.
That's what I'm saying. And
I'm not rich or famous.
Compared to me, you were just saying I'm an accomplished.
Yes, being an accomplished entertainer and a professional performer are not the same as being rich and famous.
You're more famous than me.
I am more famous than you by a lot.
And guess what? You have more Salt Lake City Comic-Con credentials than me.
I do.
And
I also have more real credentials. I was invited to San Diego Comic-Con. So what now?
The San Diego Comic-Con or
yes,
a subsidiary?
No, the real.
I know. I'm just.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, a subsidiary of San Diego Comic-Con with two N's.
I was gonna say San Diego, Texas Comic-Con.
The San Diego Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
We should start that, and then you charge $100 for tickets to San Diego Comic-Con, and then when people complain, you go, "Hey, it's in the name.
Yeah, you
got conned."
It's a scam. We're selling you a scam. So anyways.
So I don't remember what we were talking about before you started on your hater journey. You had so much hater. I could tell you don't want a podcast today because you showed up and you're like, I'm going to be mean about anything.
I'm not being mean.
There was a completely unnecessary comment.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. We were trying to talk about the best way to make more money. I said we should do a Dungeons and Dragons thing. I did a show. It was good. Then instead of being like, yeah, we could make a lot of money from that, you were like, I'm going to destroy Shayne. I'm going to try and attack him.
It's funny that you think I was trying to destroy you. I was adding clarity.
Clarity for what?
I was citing my Wikipedia sources and being like, by the way, this is what he's talking about for anyone who wants to look into it, so we don't get sued.
Sued by who?
By San Diego.
Someone who's also a hater?
San Diego Comic-Con. They're very litigious.
No, our podcast is directly affiliated with San Diego Comic-Con. Mm-hmm. They sponsor us.
We're going to put it all right there, right in the middle.
Yeah, dude. Sponsored by San Diego Comic-Con. Make it really bright letters that flash. Mm-hmm. And then balloons and confetti explode out of the screen.
Official.
Also, we won an award from San Diego Comic-Con, Gayest Podcast. So that's 2 Gayest Podcast awards you've won.
I think that might be a real award, and I don't think we won it.
Oh, no.
The way things are
You
going.
think there's a gay sex podcast and they won it?
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many relationship podcasts.
The 2 podcasts that could win the Gayest Podcast award are a podcast exclusively about gay sex or a podcast about true crime.
No, I thought you were going to say with 2 closeted roommates.
No, no.
Who would never explore their feelings.
I would never.
But I'm happy for you. I'm happy for your awards that I see sitting on your shelf.
No, I don't display them because I'm not that kind of person.
You don't display your awards.
No, I don't. I think awards are good, but I think that being humble is good also.
Mm-hmm.
You could do both things.
I won a San Diego Comic-Con award for being the most humble person.
Did you?
I didn't show up.
Oh,
and
wow.
they were not surprised.
You didn't even accept it. That's how humble you
They
are.
were like, of course.
They're like, this award is
wouldn't.
really easy to give out and deal with because we don't even have to announce it.
Yeah, there was I hate award shows. All award shows are garbage.
Oh, I hate award shows too.
Okay, so you like awards.
I think awards are good for society. What do you say? Are you
for
saying
society?
Do you think
they add to society?
Yeah, do you think people shouldn't be rewarded for or recognized for incredible achievements?
I would like if I wrote a show or a musical, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I write a nice musical, and they're like, "Hey, would you like a Tony Award or $10,000?" I'm like, "Oh, just mail me a check." I would.
I also agree with that.
No, like
I also agree.
No
with
need
that.
no need to cast the pewter award, and I don't need a big show. You could even give some of my money to who you were going to buy the trophy from. I've thrown away every sports team trophy I've gotten.
Why is in your mind awards related to why are you like you a white woman? Why are you all awards are the Tonys, the Oscars, and the Emmys? That's not all awards. What if you earn
Grammys?
What if you get a Fields Medal? Is that bad? What if you get the Nobel Peace Prize?
That's also bad.
What if you get
they give
a scientific achievement award?
Nobel,
what if you get the award from NASA for walking on the moon?
Did they give him an award for
yes.
that? A special one time?
Yeah. What about being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Also, they give the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
What about the Medal of Honor?
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has put in some people and ignored some very important people.
Yeah, but what about a Purple Heart?
I'm saying I don't know about Purple Hearts. Are they giving those out like candy these days?
No, they only give them to you if you're wounded by an enemy combatant in war.
How big of a wound?
Big enough that I'm gonna give you a wound. It's a wound enough that you are removed from the fighting for a significant portion of time.
How significant?
I don't know. Honestly.
Yeah, I was just saying. I don't like awards. I don't like award shows. Firstly, at the top, I hate award shows.
Can we have a comprehensive list of any 3 awards you've won?
I got a trophy for baseball.
But what place did you get?
I was a participation trophy.
Oh, okay.
No, it was actually my team won first place, but I barely did anything. I think I was like 8 or 9, and we had one kid who hit puberty way too early and was just
that happens
hitting dingers.
Yeah, we had one of those on my team when I was that age. I was
like, oh, cool, this guy's awesome.
Yeah, just crushing home runs every game.
Yeah, we give too many participation.
That was
awards.
one trophy. What are the other 2 awards you've gotten?
I gotta go pull out my resume.
You gotta pull out a resume.
My resume and look at my awards and what is that called? That section that you're like, oh fuck, my resume doesn't even fill out 1 page. I need to start padding this.
Everyone I've ever met that hates awards is a woman whose father didn't love her or a man whose mother didn't love them.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
That's not inaccurate.
It seems like a pattern to me. Or they're a fat loser. Not being a loser, or no, being fat isn't a qualifier.
What are you saying here?
But it helps. Because not all fat people are losers. Lots of fat people are absolutely awesome.
What if you got the award for the fattest loser ever?
Interesting. That's a terrible award.
Oh, so there's bad awards.
I already agreed that awards shows are bad, and yes, I agree that there are bad awards. There are really bad awards. The fact that the Oscars exist is embarrassing.
But back to
actors shouldn't win awards. The crew can win awards.
I don't. care about any of them.
They should just personally give the. I don't know. That kind of stuff is like
all
embarrassed. It's self-congratulatory.
No, it's just the advertising.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think when an award is that's lame. But if a woman has 5 babies and then you give her a medal,
All right,
that's kind of sick, right?
a medal.
I don't know. I read about how Stalin gave women awards if they have 5 babies or more. They got money and then a hero of the Soviet Union medal. Yeah, it's kind of sick.
Nice.
Yeah, I know.
You're really good at getting cummed in.
Yeah, dude. And I think that's a legit, like, okay, you're crushing it. Let's get you up on stage with all these other women who have a lot of kids and give you medals and have a parade.
How many did he hand out?
A lot.
Okay.
Soviet women were they wanted those medals. They were crushing it.
So it's a fun medal to get.
It's a cool medal to get. All you have to do is let your weird fat vodka drunk husband dump in you.
No. Also, Nobel Peace Prize are not good awards. I think yeah.
Obama I think
got
they've
one.
given out a lot of really sus ones, but I think some of them are legit.
No.
Yeah, some of them are legit. You think that no one who's ever gotten a Nobel Peace Prize earned it? Didn't MLK get a Nobel Peace Prize?
Good question. Let's see who won.
I think Henry Kissinger got a Nobel Peace Prize. That's crazy. I'm not saying that they're all good.
All Nobel Peace Prizes.
You're like, if there's one witch in the village, burn the whole village.
Yes.
Is that where you're at? Is that your whole situation? Oh, I'm like a moral person with a brain. That's my problem.
I don't know. There's a lot of like people I have no idea about. They probably did deserve it. They're like fighting the good fight around the world.
Yeah, I think if you don't know who they are, that person probably earned it.
All right.
If you know who they are, again, that's like the Oscars. It's self-congratulatory. Who cares?
Al Gore got one. Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter can have a Nobel Peace Prize. He turned it around after being the president.
Turned it around after.
Yeah.
Yasser Arafat. Obama. Nelson Mandela.
See, there you go.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I
don't care either, but I'm not saying that it's bad for people to recognize achievements.
But you like to pat yourself on the back and be like, hey, by the way, Meg, I'm awarded and you're not awarded.
No.
Thereby, my opinion is more valued
How
than
long
yours.
have we been friends?
10, almost 10 years.
And this is the first time you're ever hearing about this award?
I've heard about it before.
No, you didn't even know.
Yes.
You didn't even know.
I did know.
This is the first time you've heard about it in the context of the conversation where it was relevant.
I notice, we're going to get real here. This might turn into a Patreon episode. I notice when you're starting to lose an argument because I'm beating you with facts and logic that you like to start pulling out your accreditations, and those don't mean anything to me. So when it's just a move you do. You're like, I'm more successful than you. I'm more like to back up your argument. You're always just like, I have more money than you. I have more women. No. Like, oh, interesting.
I don't think I've said either of those last two things to you in my life.
No, I'm more successful at comedy. Blah, blah,
I will say that I'm a better comedian than you, and the evidence is there.
All right, you could say that. You're not funnier than me.
Oh no, I mean, funny is subjective.
And they don't give awards for that.
No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't give awards about that. No, they don't. I think that what you're saying is ridiculous, and if I had an accreditation to make my point even better right now, I would say it out loud.
All right, I'm just saying we're not as heated. It hasn't gone to 11.
Well, here's my thing.
Oh,
you're bringing this up. I didn't even bring up my accreditation in the context of us arguing. I brought it up in the context of me agreeing with you.
I don't care.
What are you talking about here? I'm like on your side, and I brought up my accreditation to be like, we can make a lot of money together if we did X instead of comedy. And then you attacked me, and now you're over here being like, when I'm winning an argument with facts, which by the way, you don't do. You don't say facts, as proved by the fact that you just said I say that I have more money in women than you, a thing I've never done in my life.
Those were artistic examples.
Those are hyperbolic examples.
I didn't want to say the actual ones because then we'd really be fighting.
Okay. Well, I think you're being ridiculous, right? I think that you came in here and you're a crabby pants on my period pants, and you're all mad that you got to record, and you're lashing out at all of us.
I'm having a good time now. I think when I get my hate out,
I think you
when
need
my
to get your
when my
out.
hate is bouncing around inside of me.
You need to play Counter-Strike or something where you have to talk to strangers so you can be mean to people that aren't mean.
Dude, I can't talk to strangers in that. I'm not good enough to talk trash. I'm just okay enough to not be at the bottom. But yeah, that's how much of the truth I have to always tell the truth and be like, not that one. It was just clarifying. You could have let it slide, and we could have been talking about that. But you were so offended that I had to bring up.
I'm not offended.
You were omitting a little.
I'm not offended about the fact. I'm not ashamed of the fact. I'm offended that you, as my friend, would just simply attack me for no reason.
I wasn't attacking. I was clarifying.
It was clearly an attack. Listen, everyone. Sound off in the comments. Is Mac attacking me for no reason? Is he being negative at me simply to tear me down for no reason and use his facts?
Look, if I was being like, I only ate 3,000 calories today, and you saw me eat like a whole pizza, you wouldn't be like, I don't know if that's. You would be like, hey, you're not telling the truth right now. I care about you as a friend, so I just want us to be above board. There's
a difference than making a claim that's a lie and saying something that isn't a lie.
That is
and then
true.
you were like, hey, by the way, it's not as good as you guys think it is for no reason. It would be like if you said it. This would be a better example.
Okay.
If you were like, I ate a whole pizza, and then I would be like, hey, everyone, just so you know, it was a small pizza he bought from the store. And he'd be like, why did you even need to clarify that? I still ate a pizza. I'm still disgusting.
I'm not disgusting.
No, you're not. Sure.
Just for clarification, for anyone who's only listened to the podcast, I'm husky and lovable. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. My main point back to that.
Yeah, let's go back to Dungeons and Dragons.
Is we need a big-titted cosplayer, a guy way fatter than me with beard and glasses.
100%. You're not fat enough. I'm always saying you have to get fatter or skinnier.
Yeah, then
that's my big issue with you.
No, I'm bulking right now.
Okay.
I'm normal. I'm normal bulking.
No, okay.
I'm slow bulking. I'm losing weight.
You're not dirty bulking.
No, I'm not.
You're clean bulking.
Dude, I'm eating healthy and I hate it. Half the time.
What do you eat? Yeah, half the time. I was like, I haven't seen you eat anything healthy.
I've been eating like salads.
That's not necessarily healthy. What do you put on them?
I'll have like a super burrito and then I'll have a salad, right? Like a full salad.
So
what are you talking about? That balances out to normal.
No, you can't add more food and say you're being healthier.
You can't just eat a salad.
Yes, you can. 100% you can.
No, you can't.
You can.
Maybe if the salad is like 2 gallons.
No, people just eat salad all the time.
You eat a salad and you're like, well.
You put vegetables in it.
Yeah, those are filling.
You put some chicken in it.
Okay, well, now you're talking.
Yeah, just some boiled chicken.
You put something tasty and not healthy. Boiled chicken?
Chicken can be healthy.
Did you say boiled chicken?
Whatever, I don't know.
Did you?
I did. I said the words boiled and then I followed the word boiled with the word chicken. I don't eat meat. I don't know.
You don't know how to cook.
Also that. So 2 strikes against my knowledge of how to do chicken. Should I have said grilled? Is that the word I wanted?
Grilling chicken is the best.
Okay,
it's
well,
so
there
easy.
You go. Yeah, I thought. Wait, can you not boil chicken though?
You could boil chicken.
Okay, so I'm not insane.
No, you are.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Boiling chicken is, if it's not in like a soup, if you're putting it in then a salad, that is insane. If you're like boiling a chicken as part of like a stock and a broth, and
I want you to know that I was like, I'm not going to swear this episode, and you're making it difficult.
I'll bleep it. I don't care.
You're making it. No, I said I wasn't going to, and I'm committed to my course of action. But you make it incredibly hard.
What are you gonna? Well, if you were gonna swear at me, what would you say right now?
Oh, dude, I'd say so many things. I'd say swear words you didn't even know existed, but in your heart of hearts, you know how offensive and evil they are.
Spick?
No.
Oh,
I would call you racial slurs though, and that might be in there.
Those don't offend any of us. You can't offend a Hispanic person with
I know
slurs.
you can't. Hispanic people, Hispanic people are white people. We don't get offended when you make fun of us.
No, you
it's
can-
like, yeah, whatever. Who
You
cares?
can make fun of a white person. You can use Karen, and that gets half of the white people.
women.
Yeah, that's
They
white
don't-
women are part of white people.
Okay, you're right. You're right. My bad. I forget they exist. There are one weak point.
I don't think you could say a slur to a Hispanic woman that would hurt her feelings.
Absolutely not. You might say a slur to her that gets her to attack you, but she'd attack you for giving her compliments. You don't know. They'll attack you over. They're just like whatever. They're like pit bulls. They're like, you know what? Today I'm gonna bite a baby.
Whoa.
What? They do that.
You've seen a Hispanic woman bite a baby?
Oh no, I was talking about pit bulls. I've never seen a Hispanic woman bite a baby. You're right.
Yeah, we love our children.
Yeah, you're right.
Very family oriented. Do you think people should own pit bulls?
No,
I think
they should not exist.
I think they should be protected under the Second Amendment.
Ooh, like a gun.
No, that's my protection pit bull.
But there are better dogs to protect you. The pit bull only attacks. There are other dogs that are like they're good alarms and they have other functions besides.
I don't
attacking.
want an alarm dog. I want a pit bull as a deterrent.
Oh, well,
that's an argument. See, you're doing the gun guy argument where like they're a better home defense weapon. Yeah, but I want a minigun mounted on the front of my house.
No, that's the best home deterrent.
So people are like, you know what? Not this one.
Yeah. If you have like a cannon,
if you see a pit bull, you're gonna be like, we're not gonna break into this house. Whereas if you see like a more deadly dog, like
I think if you saw a Chow or a German Shepherd,
you'd think twice, but it's not as like
a Doberman. I don't know, man. There's a lot of. I guess no. I mean, maybe to the layman, you're like, oh, pit bull is scary, but
yeah.
I don't know.
I
don't know. I think any dog kind of sketches anyone out.
I support anyone who owns pit bulls for any reasons, especially white women. White women, we know why you got pit bulls.
Oh man,
white women love powerful animals, horses,
yeah,
pit bulls,
dolphins.
Yeah,
dolphins are powerful. White women love them.
I don't think that's a stereotype.
What are you? Whoa, which part?
White women love dolphins.
Are you serious? That was the most common white lady tattoo for a long time.
Oh, okay. I could see that.
Yeah,
like a butterfly.
Yes. It was like the dolphin silhouette. I've literally met people with dolphin tattoos.
I just thought, to me, everyone likes dolphins.
Oh, okay.
Dolphins
I'm ambivalent about dolphins. They're fine.
Dolphins were a real, like, a 90s trapper keeper hot back in the day.
Yeah, people loved dolphins. I think killer whales are the sea animal that's the coolest.
Because they're turning.
Yeah, dude, and they have killer in the name, which is sick.
Yeah, they're starting to. You know what?
They're freaking out.
This year, they're starting to attack boats.
Yeah, dude. I've seen so many cool videos of killer whales. Just like everyone's like afraid of great white sharks. I've seen a video of a killer whale like throwing like a 15-foot great white shark, and it's just like spinning in the sky. You're like, well. Bad day to be the most ruthless predator in the seas, supposedly.
I wonder if have we released any of the killer whales that we had in captivity, or do we?
Yes,
we can release them.
I think we did once. And they tracked him for a long time.
I bet killer whales were like, "Nah, we're cool with humans, whatever."
And then they heard.
Then the one we had captured and released was like, "Nah, those guys." And so word is spreading. They're talking to each other. And they're like. I thought our truce is over. They're going to start attacking humans.
So real.
Which, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's the ocean.
I support all animals biting all humans. It's very funny to me. I love every video where something bites a guy.
I know you do.
It's one of my top favorite videos. So everyone stop sending me videos of Down syndrome people. I've seen every video. Please send me more videos of animals attacking people. I'm not in that. That's my plea to the fans.
Yeah. My plea would be to not send me videos of anything Lord of the Rings related. I promise you I'm already personal friends with the people you're sending me videos of, or I follow the account.
Yeah. They just think of you. The first person
I know.
they think of.
I don't hate it. I'm not like mad at them, but I will say if you're listening to this and you do send me a lot of memes, I don't dislike that you do it. I appreciate you, but I promise you, I'm probably already seeing it. Like everyone sends me airplane facts with Max memes, and I'm like, I am actual friends with that guy. I know him personally. So it's a whole thing.
Can we talk about your other podcast?
Yeah. I mean, it's not official
Oh,
yet.
it hasn't won any awards?
It hasn't won any awards.
Not yet?
It's not like our podcast, which won 2 awards. Because I was a guest on the MacArthur Experience, so I take partial credit for the awards
Yeah.
that you won.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know it. No, I did another podcast, maybe with Gas Digital, and yeah,
I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
I'm allowed to say it. If they pick me up, it won't matter. If they don't pick me up, that also won't matter. But who knows? I'm on the fence about it. I don't know if I like, doing a show at a network is always a long shot anyway. So if they don't give it to me, I'm like, whatever. But it's a podcast about getting smarter. It's an educational podcast with no haters allowed. Which is the opposite of this podcast, which is mostly haters all the time. Mac hates so hard, I want to hate.
Yeah, I want you to hate.
I know you do.
You're not hating enough.
You never bring up stuff I want to hate about.
What
Earlier,
do you want to hate?
I don't know. I don't think about them. I don't think about people that I hate. They have to be brought to my attention and I go, oh yeah, that's right. I hate those people. Do you know what I mean? Because they don't occupy
people.
any space in my mind.
You hate like a group of people?
I hate a lot of groups of people.
Like a specific gender or creed or nationality of people?
Sometimes.
You just want to like say, you don't have to.
What?
No, I'm just curious.
Oh, okay.
You're alluding to it. I'm asking for...
I'm not alluding to it. I'm saying I hate... Also, groups are not necessarily... Those aren't the only 3 markers of a group.
I was just starting big and then...
Yeah. There's lots of
gender
narrower.
is the biggest group and then you...
Theater kids. I hate theater kids. There's a group.
That's an easy one.
Yeah, I know it's an easy
Everyone
one.
hates them.
I know, but I'm just saying you asked, so I gave you an example.
I know.
So, I hate haters.
We like that.
Yeah. I know you like it.
The hater community loves. It's like, yes, become one of us.
Yeah. Haters are boring.
No, they're not.
It's the default position. More people hate than like.
I think more people...
By far.
I think more people do not hate. I think more people enjoy... most people enjoy stuff not thinking about anything.
I think most people hate not thinking about anything. I think that's the default. I think there are entire groups. All of politics is based on not what people like, but being the antithesis to what people dislike.
Okay, I'm thinking
the
about...
entire identity of most of America is, I'm mad that you don't like what I do. You're a hater.
No, most people don't vote. Every election is like...
It doesn't matter that they vote. It matters what they think and say.
No, I'm speaking of all people are like, yeah, put Friends on. It's TV. I don't care. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's just background. Most people don't vote. So they're like, I don't care who wins.
I think most...
I don't buy into it.
How people spend their time watching TV is not the same as people being haters.
Let's see how many people vote in the American elections. Just the biggest election.
Just think about the amount of women who have a height requirements. There's hating right there. All these women are haters.
Oh, 2/3.
Think about the amount of dudes who don't want to date a woman based on whatever criteria. Like, there's haters everywhere. There's people who hate all kinds of things.
Yeah, but there's a difference between saying something and then actually following through.
They all follow through on it. What are you talking about?
No one follows through.
I mean, I agree. I watch you live your life and you don't follow through, so I believe that you believe that.
Yeah, you should have standards and then you should break your standards when you need to. In moments when you're like, you know what? I didn't find any data backing up my point, so let's move on.
Yeah, okay.
Move on to the next.
Yeah, we can move on.
No, I think most people they're not lovers or haters. I'm saying it does take more.
I'm saying the default is hate. If you're apathetic, you'll hate more than you love, for sure.
I'm saying it does take more. It takes more energy to love.
1,000,000,000,000%.
And it takes a little energy to hate.
Yes.
But I'm hating so much that I'm like, I'm full up. I can't
you're
even...
like they're posers. People who hate casually are posers. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying people's default is no opinion.
What? No, that's not their default. I think most people's default is dislike. I think on a lot of subjects, people go to apathy because they don't understand. But any subject where someone thinks they grasp it, the default is hate.
I disagree.
Okay. Well, my default is to hate your opinion, therefore proving my opinion correct.
No, I love your opinion.
No, you don't.
I love that you.
I think anyone listening to this is like, yeah, haters are way more common. Just go online and look at any comment section.
No.
What are you talking about?
That's online. That's not indicative of real life.
Okay, well,
or are you just talking about online is the... You live too much online. I'm out there in the real world talking to real people, and it's all love. Okay. Everyone gets along with everyone. Everyone's like, hey, nice to meet you. I hate. It's not like your fantasy world where like I hate that guy, and then you meet him like, you know what? He's actually kind of nice. I don't know him well enough, so I have no opinion.
I think if you were still living in Utah, I would trust what you're saying right now. But I walk around the streets of New York, and I'm like, this city's full of hate. Everyone's hating.
It's not full of hate,
dude. What are you saying?
I think it's full of.
It's confrontation constantly. It's just people in confrontation with each other.
No, it's get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, that's hate.
That's not hate.
It's definitely not love or empathy in the absence of those two things.
I think it is love. I think it's, hey, I love you.
I think you hate so hard that you conflate it with love.
Yes. The way I hate. New York is a very, hey, I love you, so I don't want to hurt you, so get out of my way. It's very, that's the problem.
Why are you going to hurt them if they don't get out of your way?
Because they're in my way and I need to go somewhere.
And you're full of hate. So you're hating.
No.
Because if they don't do what you say, then the outcome is hate.
It's not hate. It's out of you don't understand the city.
You know what? I guess I don't. That's why I'm planning on moving.
Shayne couldn't handle it.
I couldn't.
Not built for this.
I'm not. Yeah. I would like to save thousands of dollars by moving. Yes.
You and every other coward.
Well, I don't know.
You ain't built for. You get the award for the. Couldn't hack it. Hey,
do you really plan on living here for the rest of your life?
How long is my life?
Let's say if
I die in 5 years, yes.
Do you think you'll ever get? How much longer do you think you plan on eating Super Burrito?
For the rest of my short life.
15 years. 15 or 20 years.
I'm not even looking that far ahead.
20 years. You're 33, 34?
I'm 29.
Yeah, you got 20 years in you. You got 20 years maybe. Mm-hmm. And you've got 5 good ones left if you're lucky.
No, my 5 good ones were back there.
You are struggling. Your feet are always hurt. You're constantly injured somehow.
No, my plan is I'm not gonna move. I don't know. Maybe I'll move tomorrow. Maybe I'll move before you.
You should just move with me.
I don't want to move with you.
Yeah, you wouldn't come back to Utah. You'd rather.
Oh, you want to go to Utah?
Oh yeah.
No, I made a pact to never go back.
With who?
Myself.
Whoa, but you can't trust yourself.
No.
You don't follow through, remember? We just established that.
How many comics did you see move from Utah and within 6 months moved back? Time and time again.
2.
No, there's at least 6 or 7.
Who are the others?
I don't know their names because they're so irrelevant. But it happened.
You know what? I lied. I can think of 3.
Yeah. But it happens everywhere. And I remember seeing that and I'm like, I'm never going to be the guy who left the city and came back.
But
Salt Lake City. Sorry, Salt Lake City.
But the negative thing,
not the real city, New York City.
The negative thing is to leave, not make it, and come back. If you leave, make it, and then come back and continue to be successful, what's negative about that? Living in the city isn't the goal. Making it is the goal.
I haven't made it yet.
What are you talking about? You do comedy for a living.
I haven't made it. Everyone's make it is different.
Oh, okay. What's your make it? Can you describe it to me?
I don't know. when I get there, I'll know.
That's my thing. Is I agree with you that it is kind of a defeating thing to leave and come back. Which also I don't even agree. I don't think it's a big deal. But
no, it's not. But for me,
for you personally, yeah.
I'm not saying.
I think for you, what really bothers you is you just want to be different from those people, but you would be because you would be a professional comedian. You would come back and be a professional comedian in their face.
I was a professional in Utah, and then I came here.
You could get time if you went back to Utah.
And I came here, and I'm like, oh fuck.
You could headline. You could have time. You could develop your act.
No.
We could have a studio.
I'm toughing it out here.
Okay, so
I'm better than you, Shayne.
I know. You're like, I should lower the quality of my life. I should have less money, and I should have a less quality podcast, and I should also do less, and then I'll win.
Hey, when you move, I'll visit you.
Oh, I like that. Thank you. I appreciate
you'll always have a spot on my couch in my one studio bedroom apartment.
You can't afford a studio apartment.
We'll see.
You're never gonna have you're never not gonna have roommates for the rest of your life if you stay here.
Oh, is that a threat?
Yes. Prove me wrong. This will be like abs. I think the odds of you getting abs are greater than you living without roommates in New York City.
They're coming in. I've lost like 15 pounds.
I know it. And I think it's more possible for you to get those than to live alone in New York City.
I think if you have abs here, the money's rolling in.
I do not agree. I know a lot of people who would disagree.
I'm just saying, for me.
I'll tell you right now, I'm in the red this year, and I've had abs most of the year.
But money is still coming in.
Yeah, yes. It's leaving faster than it's coming, I'll tell you that.
Well, you ain't built for this.
I guess.
You are not built for hey, I'll be sad to see you leave. I'll be devastated, actually, if you leave. But I'm not moving back to Utah.
Okay. Move to Idaho. You could just drive to see me.
I could drive.
Move to Vegas.
Dude, that's where comedy goes to die.
Oh, really?
Vegas?
Okay.
Every single, the worst comedians.
What about Colorado? Move to Denver.
Not people who have residencies there.
Yeah.
But the worst comics we've ever seen.
You're right. You are right. Las Vegas has some of the worst comics I've ever seen in my life.
In the nation. All were the local comics in Vegas.
I have seen some really bad comics in LA.
But not as bad as Vegas.
I don't know, man. Close, but you're right that I've seen whole mics where everyone, it's like a local, like an established comic, and they were all bad.
I'm saying in LA, there's probably like, oh, that homeless guy, the schizophrenic homeless guy wasn't good at comedy. Or, oh, that office worker is not good at comedy. In Vegas, you're like, this is all you have, and you're the worst thing I've ever seen. Vegas comics are abysmally, like, one of the few things that makes me depressed looking at their lives and their jokes and everything.
I think I agree with you that the totality of their life is sadder because they're in Vegas and doing that. LA has mics where if you went, it would be the worst thing you've ever seen ever.
But they're still living in LA. There's a beach.
Yeah, there's a beach. You're right. No, their life. So the saddest, worst comics are in Vegas.
I'm saying the worst, and also it's sad.
Okay, well, I mean, that's fair. I think LA has surprised me with how bad it's been at times, where I'm like, really? This is brutal.
That's everywhere. I'm saying Las Vegas.
But I think LA has a special place in the like. I think the entitlement of the comics maybe makes it worse for me.
And there's one place to do stand up in Idaho, the gay bar we used to hang out at.
No, there's going to be another.
Oh, okay.
I know
it's growing. That's why you want to go. I understand why. Anyone looking at the video can see what I'm pointing at.
Yeah.
No, I understand it.
It would be a better career move for me now. It was a better career move for me when I left. Now at this point,
yeah, you made it.
Yeah, I would save money. I would have more time. I would have more access to materials and studios. And
you like Utah. I destroyed every relationship there.
Whatever. Utah. You don't need more relationships. You don't need to be friends with Also, there's a bunch of new comedians you can have new relationships
they're all
with.
hacks and I hate you.
You don't even know who they are.
I'm just destroying my relationship with them.
I hear this already.
Ew, I hate you so much. No, I'm not moving back ever. It's one of the. Have you never made
what
like
if me and my brother start a gym in Utah? Will you come work for us?
I'd visit.
Okay.
I'd live. Have you never made like a promise to yourself where you locked it in? Like
yeah,
I'm
bunch
never,
of them, and I stick with all of them.
What if Yeah, it's you being straight edge. Something happened to you where you sat down and you're like, never again. Never. And at the time you make yourself the promise, you kind of look back and you're like, I'm kind of strict with it, but no, I can't break the promise.
Okay.
Because
that's why I'm saying move to Denver.
I could move to Denver or Vegas.
You'd save a bunch of money.
There's all those places. I'm not moving to those places.
Why New York specifically?
I like it here.
To stay here.
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
I don't know.
I was gonna say you don't leave. I don't
Stockholm
understand
syndrome.
what you gain from being here. The best thing about New York is Diego Lopez and Micah Brucey.
Dude, also-
those are the only things
No.
in New York that are good.
Those are the second best. Have you had the food here?
I don't think the food is
Yeah, because
much better
you're-
than anywhere else.
No.
The good food that is here is the best food in the world, but you go once a month because it costs $200 to eat there.
Oh, you're not as fat as me, so you don't appreciate food on my level.
Okay, true.
I
concede.
You're a vegetarian, so you don't get to pig out like I do.
It's, you know what? Weirdly, New York is not the best place to be vegetarian. I don't understand how that's possible, but it is true.
Yeah, you need to move to like some liberal.
Dude, Salt Lake was better. I was eating more often at different vegetarian spots.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just saying. I like it more than I've only lived in two places.
I don't dislike New York. I'm just saying pragmatically.
I've lived in two places, and I don't like Salt Lake City.
Oh, okay. Pick a third place.
So
go to Austin. I'll visit you there all the time.
All right, maybe I'll move.
Okay. Well, there you go.
But I'm not moving.
I'm gonna poach Diego, and then you're gonna be alone with Mike. What happens then?
We'll be like two cats that's just getting on each other's nerves. Like, I don't know. It'll be. I don't have a 2-week plan, so I haven't even thought that far ahead.
I know you haven't. Chuck, don't bite me. The cat's gonna bite me. All right. Also, I don't even know. I have no timeline. I like New York. The beach is here. I love the beach. I love the gaming community.
Here's the thing.
I love going to the park. I love the museums. I love my friends. I like when I do go out to do comedy. There's lots to love here. I could stay here for another 5 years. I'm just saying it makes sense financially and for my career to leave probably as soon as I can.
No, when I move, I'm moving to Florida.
That's a great idea. I wish you would. I would love to visit you there.
I'm not moving yet.
And I have a great computer set up.
I'm not moving.
The podcast will be just fine. We'll record on our PCs. We have a green screen.
Once you move, we're not. You can call in every now and then. Once you move,
it's the MacArthur experience.
It's the MacArthur experience.
All right. You know what? I will give you the MacArthur. I will give you Cowboy Boys if I move. What are you talking about? This is an enterprise we have together.
I'll buy you out.
Okay.
You're not going to give it to me.
All right. You can buy me out.
You don't have the voting rights to give it to me.
What are you talking about?
I own 51% of Cowboy Boys LLC.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, I'm not Florida. That's where I'm moving. If I don't die here. Dying here would be awesome. To just then toss you in another bunch of unidentified bodies.
True. How would you buy me out?
I just keep making the podcast and you couldn't do anything to stop me?
I mean, the Zoom is mine.
Oh, I can't get another Zoom?
I guess. How would you? Yeah, I guess.
You don't have any of the passwords.
I actually do. I wrote them down.
No.
Unless you forgot them and changed them again.
I change them bi-weekly. I'm like Batman. I have plans to get.
I'm the one who pays the host. I own that.
Okay, I'll pay it.
No, you won't. How would you pay it?
I'll pay the $20 a month that it costs to host the podcast.
I suppose.
Yeah, I'm Batman. I have contingency plans for everyone.
You do. So I move. You're gonna take the podcast.
I'm not gonna take it. I'm just gonna keep doing it.
But you wouldn't want to do it online.
No, you could do it online. It just wouldn't be as good.
I think it would be fine.
No, your remote episodes are.
Yeah, because I'm in a car with a phone. If I was on a computer with a good mic and an internet connection, there'd be no delay. It would just be us talking as normal.
Me trying to get you to show up to the podcast in another state is not going to happen.
It would happen.
I'm be calling you and you'll be like, "Oh, I thought it was 4 p.m. my time, not 4. I thought you were talking." There's going to be so many excuses.
Okay,
I can barely get you to show up.
Well, I'll factor this into my plans. Ugh. The MacArthur experience. So I can keep the name Cowboy Boys for myself.
I came up with the name.
It doesn't matter.
You could try and steal. We'll head to litigation.
I'm gonna start Cowboy Boys with a Z.
That's a very Utah thing to do, because every sports team in Utah has Z's in it. I hope you do. Our SEO will beat you.
All right.
Again, I've thought of every plan.
Okay.
What do you think I'm doing in my room? I'm just drawing up plans just in case this happens.
Yeah.
I'm having arguments. I'm having future arguments with you in the shower in my head.
You're right, and I'm losing because I don't think about this ever. I don't think about arguing with you in my. I don't think about you in my free time. What a horrible way to spend my free time. What a nightmare I would live in if I thought about you when I wasn't with you. I can't imagine a more miserable existence.
It's not miserable, because when it happens, I win. Yeah, this episode sucks.
I don't know. I feel like we've laughed a bunch.
It's decent. It's fun.
I feel like the audience is terrified about what's going to happen with the podcast now.
Maybe it'll keep going. Maybe I'll die. Who would you?
If you died,
yeah.
I would just.
Would you keep it going, or would you just make a new one?
Yeah, of course I would keep it going. I would keep it going, and I would have a cardboard cutout of you on every episode, and I would hate one thing in honor of you as a segment.
That was very nice.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, if you leave New York, I feel like then default I would keep the podcast, because I'm whoever makes the first move.
Well, I would be moving literally, so I would have made the first move.
I know. If you were a woman, you'd get everything.
But I'm the woman of the podcast, or is that you?
No, I'm saying in legal terms.
Oh, but in legal terms, I'm the woman in this relationship.
Yeah, but that's not.
So I get everything.
No, you don't.
You have to admit you're the woman, or you don't get everything.
No, we're two dudes. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, who gets everything when two guys break up? Are they just like, all right, well.
You're supposed to split it down the middle.
I bet they do.
We can cut the Zoom in half.
I bet it's very fair when two men break up.
Yeah, I bet it is. It probably is actually more fair than normal. I see. Here's the thing. Here's the difference between us. In my mind, I was like, I'll move and we'll just continue the podcast. It'll be great. And then you were like, oh no, it has to end. So if we were in Solomon's court, I was like, you know what? Give him the baby. And you were like, cut the baby in half.
What's my favorite Dune quote?
He was the power to destroy a thing, owns the thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't have the power to destroy it though. I could keep doing it by myself. You producing it is not a needed thing. I am capable of it and have done it in the past.
I would love to see. We should set up one episode where you produce it.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I don't understand it. You're so like...
No, I would love to. I would love, maybe for the Patreon.
Why do you
For the Patreon, we should have one episode where you set up everything.
Why do you think...
You do all the audio editing.
Yeah. I don't know why you think I'm incapable of this.
I'm not
when
saying
I did it for years.
Whoa, I didn't say you were incapable. I'm just saying I'm better at it than you.
So who cares?
Me.
You think
I want the award? I want the recognition.
There are podcasts that are less produced than ours that make 50 times the money.
See, it's always money with you.
It's success.
It's always money and success.
It's reaching people.
It's not about right in here. That's where
you're the guy who showed up the podcast today. I was like, I don't want a podcast, and then I
know, because I'm all about
you're
truth.
All jacked up on haterade.
I'm not hating.
Yeah, you're hating so hard. It's crazy. I literally was like, I would love to continue the podcast with you if I move, and you were like, I'd rather die. I'll kill all of us. I'll kill you before you can move, and now we don't even have a podcast.
I can't believe you're going to move to Utah.
Eventually, yeah, probably. I mean, there's a chance that I'll go somewhere else, but I mean, that in the interim, that's how I'm feeling.
You've also been saying that for the past 3 years.
I know.
That's why I'm not worried.
Yeah,
that's just like, yeah, Shayne's gonna move again.
I might.
Did you have more fun living in Astoria or here in this neighborhood in Brooklyn?
Here in this neighborhood.
Oh,
by far.
I'm saying not how your life is going in general, neighborhood wise.
Neighborhood wise, I think. I think Astoria is more convenient. I've had more fun in our neighborhood here.
All right.
I think Astoria, the gym and food was easier to get.
What if you lived in Manhattan? You haven't lived in Manhattan yet.
No, but here's the thing. I just don't want it. Then my issue with New York is the amount of money it costs for the return on investment.
That's true.
It's like, what return am I getting? Whatever neighborhood I'm in, like what? I'm also not like in New York, it's not like I'm making friends with my neighbors.
Oh.
In Salt Lake, you're friendly with your neighbors in a way that you're like, hey, what's up? And you talk to each other outside for a second and you go about your business because you're like in a neighborhood. But like here, there's no community.
Yeah, there is.
Sure. I mean, in that we have the one guy's back who threw bleach on that lady's face. We told him we'd fight her.
I talked to those guys.
I talked to those guys like in passing, I guess. So they're the one exception. I don't even know what building they like, or not what building, what unit they like. You know what I mean? Like it's
and the nice old lady over there.
Which one?
That they live with.
I don't know.
You don't talk to the old lady?
I don't know what old lady you're
I talked to
referencing.
her. She's nice.
Like, I don't know, man.
Community. You think you're gonna find a community in Texas?
Yes,
I bet
100 million.
I bet you will.
What does that mean?
You want to move to Texas or Utah?
Either one. I think I could do either one. I think if I move, I would just want to be close to friends and family and like resources. I just feel like if I'm living in Utah, then I'll have the opportunity to like make more things, do more time at a more quality comedy space.
No surfing in Utah.
Well, I'll have a car. I'll just drive 10 hours and surf when I want. 10
hours?
It already takes me 2 hours to surf right now. If I just surf one weekend a month, I can get some surfing in. Then I can also go to LA and hang out and do comedy.
You could.
And I like driving.
You know what? Oh, you are an LA comic.
What does that mean? I wouldn't live in LA. Damn.
Dude, you know what I mean when I say that? Pejoratively.
I'm not, and you know I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Well, you have a podcast with an LA comic, so what
I
now?
know. And I'm East Coast.
Yeah, you're disgusting.
Okay. That doesn't hurt my feelings.
I know.
It's funny that if you say I'm a New York comic, I'm like, thank you. But if you say
you're not a New York comic, you're not a comic. You're
said
a comedian.
You said what's the difference?
You don't do stand-up.
Okay. But I do have more East Coast sensibilities.
No.
What?
If you had more East Coast sensibilities, you'd be a comic.
How dare you?
Yeah. What do you mean, how dare me?
Where do you think I should move then?
I genuinely think you would enjoy Austin. I think you would enjoy Denver also. For real.
I've been to Denver. I don't like it. I
think maybe you wouldn't like the city, but you'd like the comedy scene.
Probably. I don't like the Denver as a city.
I don't know if you'd like Austin. Austin is so like I think you would like it. There's a lot of human misery in like the city part.
See, now you're speaking my language.
You would enjoy 6th Street or 8th or whatever it's called. I think you would like Austin. I kind of genuinely do.
Well, next time you go there, I'd like to be invited.
All right. Well,
you've been there a lot and you've never invited me.
It's true, everyone. I haven't invited Mac to Austin. My bad.
I would like to see some Texas street fights in person.
They're pretty fun. It's crazy more people don't get shot on that street.
I think it's hard to shoot a gun when you're drunk with rage.
It's so true. You forget you even have it when you're so mad. That's what I remember. My brother was like, I can't be the perfect amount of drunk because then I'll kill someone. I got to get so angry and drunk that I forget I have a gun and then I won't go to jail. Is what he used to tell me.
Very smart.
Yeah, he's a very smart guy. He's never been to prison. So, all right, everyone. Thank you for listening. Cowboyboys.store. If you want limited edition merch for a podcast that may die.
Limited edition?
Yeah, because
the store will never go down.
The store stays open forever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Even when it becomes a MacArthur experience.
Yeah, I'm not changing a URL.
But it will change the name. So then the Cowboy Boys will be phased out.
Why?
I don't know. That's a good point. All right, everyone. Patreon.com/cowboyboys.
Oh, I'm gonna make a thumbnail that says it's gonna be really clickbaity.
Yeah.
The end of Cowboy Boys.
That's very
and then
good.
The people look back 2 years later and be like, it's still going. Got you.
All right, everyone. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.